Alright, what up YouTube, Agent of Persuasion here. We're at YCS Dallas, and we're here with top 16 duelists. What's your name and what you play, man?
Alex Cancel and I played SPYRAL.
Bruh, let's get in there. We're right, tier 0? Tier 0, man.
So, your basic SPYRAL engine. Nothing.
So why the 2 Super Agent?
2 Super Agent is like, this card is really a brick.
Okay, gotcha.
You don't want to see it in your opening hand. You always want to search it.
Gotcha. Makes sense.
So like, this deck is so unfair because of this card right here.
It's stacks, bro.
The ability to look at your opponent's next 3 cards and just... There were games I shouldn't have won because of this card. Like I played 1 Pendulum and I just kept drawing blank monsters.
Same scales.
Yeah. No, I kept drawing blank monster. He had 1 monster and he didn't draw anything. I kept giving him spells that he couldn't use. He kept attacking until I was able to like draw like quick fix machine dupe.
Oh gosh.
This card is unfair. This card is the whole reason this deck is good.
Yeah, for sure.
This card is unfair too, but you can't play without this card.
Yeah, that guarantees your wins.
It does. And probably the best card in the deck that I wanted to see in every hand, Gofu. There's just insane amount of plays that you do with this. Like this just creates the best board you can do turn 1, and this also just if you open this in the field spell, you just kill your opponent.
Yeah, you're
dead. It also baits out like back row. So my opponent 1 round like set 2 back row, and I was like special summon. And I made that World Chalice one that like this is a 1 card World Chalice, and then so like if you get drolled 2, like you like field spell add quick fix, and you know it's a mirror match, and especially they droll you special summon this, you make Borload.
Yeah.
And Borload is literally there's only like 1 out in the deck, but if you're going first, game 2 and 3, they're probably sided those cards out.
Yeah.
The trap out, the only out. So you got your hand traps. And then something that one of my teammates told us to put in last second, Ghost Ogre. We just wanted a card that like ended a turn in the mirror match. Like these don't end turns sometimes.
Yeah,
like,
it just
this doesn't end a turn. This just like stuns.
Yeah.
Where they can still make a board to kill you. This like if you hit the helix, they have to add to their hand.
Yeah.
Or if they're under droll and you hit the helix with this, they can only add from their graveyard.
Yeah.
Or like there are times where like a lot of people take the conservative play of just normal like field spell search like a agent or a drone and take the conservative approach, normal summon drone, stack your deck. If you hit the drone, sometimes that just ends your turn. They just like pass.
For sure.
So this was probably the best hand trap the whole weekend. It also good against a couple of other decks. Yeah.
Nobody really played around.
Anybody that didn't play this, like I don't know. You got your field spells. Oh, this is the better choice because a lot of decks can play that Gaia card or whatever, and I'd rather just not give them the chance to activate that card. But this was probably the worst cards in my deck this whole weekend.
Did you keep drawing that Oracle, bro?
No, I didn't draw Oracle. It's just like under when I got set rotation or I already set rotation. Yeah, I just kept drawing these, and you just don't. These are cards that you just don't want to see. Like they always got side out game going second and stuff like that. This cards that you don't really want to see. If you don't have Ash, you lose card.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Quick fix dupe. If they can't stop you, you should not lose that game.
Plus infinity.
Yeah, and then the 3 1-ofs. I saw a lot of people not playing these cards, but you need to play these cards. This is either you start your turn with this or you extend your turn with this. This is you don't care about that, and this just like. Sometimes there are hands where, like, if you draw this and you have, like, an agent in your hand, you can just, like, normal summon your agent, jump, quick fix, and start from there.
Yeah.
And then, this card sucks. This card is broken.
Yeah.
This card just, like, add this. There's multiple games where you just draw this and you just sit, add, stall.
Yeah.
Add drone back, normal summon, stack deck.
For sure.
And pass on.
How many cards was that made?
43. The Ghost Ogres we were at 40,
and then added the 3.
At the last second we added Ghost Ogre.
Gotcha.
That was Kind to Win's idea. You have the best card in your extra deck, Helix. This card is the whole reason you win. Link Spider for Gofu, Proxy Dragon, Ib for your Link 2s, your Link 3s. This card is really good. just because it's blank, like you can make it with just 3 monsters. This card is really good at when you go second. Includes your set rotation or your out sleeper or bait sleeper.
Yeah, bait
but like there are a couple opponents that like set rotated me. They make a play, they get stopped by a hand trap and pass.
Yeah.
So you just go foo, make this, send the set rotation and clear whatever on their board, and you just continue to win from there.
Yeah.
2 firewall dragons. There are a lot of people that like summon both of them on their first turn. I think that is the incorrect play to do. I'll show you the end board that I usually end with every game, where people like end with like the Ib, double firewall, and sleeper and whatever. The Princess Sprite, the DD Crow Searcher. This has a last effect that I didn't know about until like the last round of
battle damage one?
The battle damage effects.
Yeah, I read that.
I just thought I'd search DD Crow and give the guy 600. My Helix 600. And then this is Borload.
Yeah,
I got rid of it.
That's all right.
But this was like originally this was the taper, from number 41. But that card is just like the only way you summon that card is if you have a really good hand.
Yeah.
And then with Borload, you could just summon it off of Gofu and any effect monster that you have, and it just like if you're going first, game 2 and 3, and your opponent like stuns you after you like Gofu and you like draw your quick fix or whatever, you can just make this and then watch them panic as they can out it.
Yeah, for sure.
And then for the synchros, it's Coral Dragon and Ancient Fairy Dragon for Gofu. These just generate you so much advantage if you just open Gofu and like a quick fix or whatever. 1 cherries. This is like the best and worst hand trap.
You see it. If you don't, you don't.
Yeah, if you see it, that's great. But if you play more than one, you're likely to see more than one after you can't use it already, or you don't need to. We got your board clearers, 2 Twin Twisters. No, I didn't play the third one. This third one's supposed to be a Lancia.
So there's a Lancia, okay.
Yeah, so I played this Lancia, Artifact, Scythe, and the Artifact engine. This just like gives you overwhelming advantage when you go first. It just allows you to play your hand without having to play around evenly matched.
Yeah, for sure.
Because like they go battle phase, you flip, special Lancia, and they just
it gets pretty awkward for them.
And if they decide not to use the evenly battle or whatever, you can still activate this so they can't summon sleeper on their turn.
Yeah.
And this just like ends the place. The really good thing about like before this deck, like playing artifacts was like weird because like you draw artifact monster and this, and now this is dead. But you can always pitch your artifact for quick fix. Set your Sanctum in the end phase for the field spell, shuffle it back in.
Yeah.
And you just like
keep recycling.
Yeah, there's no like bricking with the card.
You don't gotta play multiples.
Yeah. 3 evenly battle or matched, evenly matched.
Fair ass card.
I don't think it's good against spirals. Like there's like every time I resolve this, I still didn't. It was still a battle to win. But like every other deck of the format, like Draco, Paleo, Pendulum, you just activate this card. Like I played 1 Pendulum and he like made the Mega Low Pendulum board with like Trap, Spell, 2 Scales, Babushka, and a bunch of monsters. I was like, okay, main phase, activate. And then he just scooped.
Yeah.
And the last 2 cards were Unending Nightmare. Aside from them for going first against the Mirror Match and Pendulum, or even ABC you can do it against. A lot of people, like, a Pendulum is just free with that. But, like, in the Mirror Match, to clear, like, set rotation and stuff, sometimes they go quick fix, search, last resort, clear it, where you can just go flip this and stop it. It hits all the field spells. It hits Big Red. Because the field spell just... Playing against a field spell, like if you don't have a way to kill the field spell and they play it, that means all your monster effects probably aren't going to go through because they can't be targeted. So like a lot of people like do that double firewall play. I think this board is a board you should end in every single time.
Yeah, I've seen that. This is the right one I saw all weekend. Ib with firewall, Helix, proxies.
And then sleeper, because like with this whole combo and everything, it leaves this in the graveyard and this in the graveyard. So like I told you before, the problem in the mirror match is they play their field spell and now just shut off all your monster effects.
Yeah.
And you don't want to waste this on one card. So when they play the field spell, before they get a chance to activate the effect,
Go
search and banish,
special pop.
Special pop.
Yeah.
And then it just like,
Puts them
okay,
in a
now
really
they have
bad
to play
position.
through a firewall with 2 bounces and
other
a sleeper. And it means you only have to play 2 Helix in the extra deck because you don't have to use the third one to get through.
Yeah, I like that board.
And that board is like so much better than just what everybody else makes.
Gotcha. Any shout-outs you want to give, man?
Shout outs to Card Shack in Houston, Team Lockdown.
right here.
There's like 3 of us in top. Michael
Yeah,
Tamez,
that's all you guys.
Ethan Tucker. Shout outs to Kai Nguyen. This is really mostly his deck list.
Yeah, that's a homie Kai right there.
Unfortunately, he didn't make it. He was X2-1. He got 34th. But I tried for him and we moved on.
For sure, man.
And that's pretty much it.